Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is David and I am a YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome to my new subscribers and returning subscribers. Today we'll be having a short tutorial on personal makeup. Please watch, like and comment. So this is the bare canva we're working with. So we're starting off with cleaning the face. This is a micellar water. I usually put my nail concealer like this, so it's easy to spray. Then you clean the face. It removes all the dirt you think you don't even have on your face. This is compulsory, very compulsory. So if you are using wipe or a cotton pad, any of which, but I would advise a cotton pad, which is okay too. There's the serum. We use serum because first of all, it brightens the skin, it brings the skin back to life. There are different types, but for this I'm using a vitamin C serum from Dr. Rashel, which is also good. So when you're applying this, endeavor not to put the tube on your face unless, okay, it's personal, so definitely you can put the tube on your face or whatsoever, but you have to massage this into the skin, as you can see in the video. Like, you have to let it sit into the skin. Next is moisturizer. There are different types of moisturizer anyway. There are water-based moisturizers, hydrating moisturizers, silicone-based. Yes, they are silicone-based. Whatever skin type you have, you must use moisturizers. There are moisturizers for oily skin and also for dry skin. Regardless, you must use moisturizer no matter what. So you have to massage underneath the eyes, especially generously, because we're avoiding too much product underneath the eyes, so it has to be well hydrated. Then also massage the face. So this is sweat block, people call it oil control. Necessarily, we are all humans, so this will not definitely stop oil or sweat for the day, but it's going to hold your makeup. And when you are sweating, it rolls off, rather the sweat rolls off on your face, doesn't shift your makeup if you have a good base. So you can see the areas I'm applying it on. This is after letting the moisturizer sit into the skin, like after massaging everything into the skin. So you can see how I'm applying it. I am not putting anything underneath the eyes because we're trying to make that place stay hydrated and avoid too many products. So you let this dry. Up next is primer. For your primer to be of good use to you, depends on three things: your mode of application, your skin type, and the kind of primer you are using. So if you have an oily skin, I would advise you go for a mattifying primer. At least that would hold your makeup dry. Then if you have a very dry skin, I would advise you go for an hydrating primer, as it will not give you a cakey look. So for the mode of application, you can see the way I took the primer, put in my finger, then rub together to activate it more and tap into the skin in certain areas of the skin. So this model has a normal skin type, not too oily and not too dry, so it's at the middle. So this, I'm using a mattifying primer for her because I want to achieve a velvet look. It's not dewy, neither is it fully matte. So these are the certain areas I'm applying it. Remember, I'm not applying anything under our eyes because we don't want anything to crease there. So finally, we're using a setting spray to set the whole face. So yeah, we're onto foundations. There are different type of foundations, and for this look I'll be using a matte foundation from V Beauty. So you can see the way I applied it. First of all, with you can apply yours with either a flat brush or a buffing brush. So with the buffing brush, you can see the one pressing it into the skin, but at the end of the day, regardless of whatever kind of application you are going with, you also still have to use a beauty blender to press everything into your skin. Endeavor to use a foundation that matches your skin. Your skin is more important. I would advise, whenever you are getting a foundation, you should do a test in the place first before you take it. So you endeavor to match this into your skin with a beauty blender. Also, we're going into the concealer part. Not everybody can do this, so if you can't do this, you can't control your concealer, I would advise you just go on with your foundation for your whole face. And you can see in the previous part, I did not go with foundation for underneath the eyes because I'm avoiding rather too many products underneath the eyes. You can see the process how blending in. You can see the process how I'm blending from the inner corners of the eyes to the outer corners. So, and I'm also avoiding harsh lines. Harsh lines are lines that just create a certain shape for the eyes. You just see one straight line for the eyes, so those are called harsh lines. And also, when you're applying for the forehead, I would advise you apply little. As you apply little on the forehead, on the bridge of the nose, and on the tip of the nose, and endeavor to blend seamlessly. One way to achieve a flawless look is blending. Blending is key. Endeavor to push in all those products into the skin with your beauty blender. So next is contour. Not everybody are going out though, so if you can't do a liquid contour, which you have to use a shade darker than your normal skin, if you can't do it, I would advise you just skip this process and continue your makeup. Or if you know you can do it but you can't control the liquid contour, you can go in for a powder contour, still the same, a shade or two shade darker. Then for your concealer, I would advise you go for a shade or two shade lighter than your original skin tone. So get your blending correct, right products and the right shade for your skin to achieve a flawless look. Next is setting powder. We're setting the face rather. So it's important to note that there's a difference between setting and baking. So I have two setting powders here. One is a no color powder and the other one is a setting powder with a warm tone. So I'm using both to at least give the face a bit of warmth. However, see the way I'm applying it, I had to take from the setting powder, tap on my hands, and with the same beauty blender I've been using, tap on my hands, then place on their eyes, under the eyes gently, push it in, lock it in to avoid every form of crease. While you're doing this, I will just advise you put your eyes up so to avoid any crack lines. So you press everything in and you blend in so there will be no trace of any form of powder, but you set the face already. So all your highlighted areas, you set them and you proceed to just use the remnants of the powder on the beauty blender. Just use it to tap the face around to set the face also. So when you're setting the face like this, it will just make you avoid too much powder. So when you want to apply face powder, you just apply little. So all you have to do is, like I said, set all the highlighted areas and you are good to go. So after setting the whole face, the next thing is to use your powder. The powder I showed earlier on, the compact powder. If you don't have a compact powder, you could use the powder you have to set underneath the eyes to remove the excess powder from setting the under eyes earlier on. So you just have to use that with a setting brush, a dust off brush rather, to set the under eyes, and you are good to go to give yourself a clean base. So after that, you get to spray the face with the setting powder, setting spray rather. Use the setting spray that you used earlier on to melt every form of powder in it. So you see that in the video as the video goes on. So I'm just basically setting the whole face using powder to just set the whole face. You can see that I'm using less powder because I have already done the what they call the setting already from the first step where I had to use the beauty blender and all. So it's already done. Just put in little powder and also endeavor to match your powder with whatever thing you are doing. You don't want to be looking like Coke and Fanta. So that's it. Basically, it's just watch the video to see the other part. And also the contour part, you could see where I'm using the dark shade to do the contour. Most time people think it's just to draw a straight line. Please it's just you should blend, should learn how to blend, tap, not too much. You are creating a shadow and not a line, not an harsh line. You can see the way I'm swirling the brush in areas I need to be chiseled. So that's basically it. So this is a personal makeup class. You don't really need current contour for the nose. You don't have to get it all chiseled. But if you want to, you could get a flat brush that will give you more details. For me, most times I like using bigger brush like this because it's better off if you just look natural. Naturally, if you don't have a pointed nose, you don't have to create an illusion that you have a pointed nose. Makeup is to enhance your beauty, not to make you look fake. So you just have to, it's just your preference to do. It's your preference. If you want that, good. So this is where after everything, you just get to spray the face with the setting powder. Immediately you spray this, you just realize that everything melts into your skin. That's if you are doing a proper skin look. You use all the necessary skin products and all. So this is me applying blush. So you could notice I did not use powder blush earlier on. I had this lip balm. You could use anything actually for blush. You could use your eyeshadow. You could use, if you have a liquid lip balm, you could use that, put it in your hand the way I did here, use your beauty blender, tap, then just go on with it. So this is the setting powder. Now this is where people get it. This is called baking. You could see the amount of, like, I'm like, I don't bake. I don't like baking, but just to give you that bright under eyes, just to let you know, you can as well bake. You could just use little. You can see the way I'm just being careful about it, so you don't give you a cakey look, because we want to achieve a flawless skin. This for the brows. Now, one good way to start your brows is to set your brows. So during the process of applying foundation and all, that place, there's a lot going on that place, so much liquid, so you have to clear and set that area to make it look matte. So when you are putting when you are under heat, your brows will not melt away. Yes, that's why you also need to add primer to that area, to just tap your primer there too. So one easy way to get your brows is to follow your hairline. I will repeat, don't think that everybody needs arc. Not everybody needs arc, my dear. Not everybody. Some people, it's just straight brows they have. So just follow your hairline and do what you're supposed to do. Give yourself the light strokes that you're supposed to do. Normally, I'm a fan of just using the brow pencil to fill the brows, then define it. That's it. Don't give yourself unnecessary pressure trying to clean up and down, trying to do this, do that. It's not. Lately the trend is natural brows. Make it natural as possible. Don't press your pencil. Make your pencil sharp. As soon as you give any light stroke, you brush with your spoolie brush. You just make everything look clean and natural as possible. It's a personal makeup look. It's not a party look. So you just have to endeavor or watch out for your pencil. Don't press too much. Follow your hairline. Give hairline like strokes. So just give simple look, please. Don't go and do too much, and at the end of the day you'll now be having dark brows, and it will be very dark. Before they see you, they've seen the brows. So just keep it simple. So that's it for the brows. You fill everywhere, make it look natural, then you proceed to define the brows. That's concealing the brows with the concealer. So you'll be using the concealer you used earlier on for highlighting. That's underneath the eyes. That's what you'll be using to define the brows, to make it look clean. That's what you'll be using. You're not using too much, you're using little, because the major essence is to make it look clean and make the brow bone area pop. That's the major aim, to make it look clean and make the brow bone area pop. So you can just watch how I'm doing it. I'm taking little, I'm not using too much. I'm using what is needed to clean the area and to define the brows. Please don't unpack too much and you now make it look messy, and you'll be looking like that area will be looking like what I don't understand. So you just have to use little. If you cannot control it, my dear, just stick with foundation. Use foundation, don't do too much. You can see what I achieved here. I brought it out a bit at the tail, and when it comes this at the front end, at the front area, I took a bit. I just cleaned my brush and took a bit of it. Then I'm blending everything into our eye region, our crease area. Endeavor to blend into the crease area so you not have ash line and to not dry up there. So, and after blending, I went in with my powder eyeshadow. Then Now I'm clearing off the setting powder so it will not give a mark there. So next up is lining lips. It's easy. You just use your normal brow pencil and any lipstick of your choice rather, then you are good to go. Then I also used mascara and I used eyeliner, which I filmed off camera though. And I'm going back to that lip balm I used as blush just to add more warmth and color to her face. And it's important you have a spray that holds your makeup all through. This is called this is FBH all nighter. You can get this makeup will not shift, like it will not move. Even if she starts sweating, nothing will move. It will keep her makeup seal anytime she's ready to clean, because I have a good base, which is a very good skin prep, and I used my product, I layered my product properly from the lightest to the thickest. So I think I will explain that in other voice notes that I will drop here. And also with this, she's good to go. Your makeup is good to go. You are good to slay that event. You are good to do anything. So this is just constant practice. So you are not just going to get it one day. It's just constant practice. So guys, this is the end of this tutorial. You can ask your questions. I'm going to be dropping other voice notes on this and other things I skipped because the videos were quite fast. So I just wanted to wrap up with what I can say in this video.